Hi and welcome to another TIGERFISH tutorial. My name is Elsner and today I want to show you in the first part of the tutorial how to create a molten type, a glowing text in Photoshop. And afterwards, in the second part of the tutorial, we want to set this type on fire to achieve this effect here. So let's get started. So we want a black background for our new file, so press D on your keyboard to reset the foreground and background color. Press D, and now you press X on your keyboard to switch the background color to black. After this is done, you go to the file menu and open a new file, or you press Ctrl N or Command N on your Mac. I name the file type on fire, and for width and height I select 1920 pixels, 1080 pixels, and background contents to background color. After this is done, I select the type tool, press here the type tool or hit T on your keyboard. I choose as font Adobe Garamond Pro Bold 200 point, and the color is white, and I type in TIGERFISH tutorials. Okay, then I move the type to the middle of the page like this. If you want to align it, select both layers and hit this icon here, align in the center. And after this is done, we want to give these characters a little bit of color overlay. So select the type layer, go down to Effects and select Color Overlay. You create an orange color overlay for the text. I choose a color which is hue 35, saturation 100, and brightness 100. Hit OK. Next we choose Inner Glow, and for Inner Glow I select the color again and dial in the following values: 50, 100, and 100. Then I hit OK, crank the opacity to 100%. And the size is 10 pixels, and the blend mode is linear dodge. Next we choose outer glow, and for the outer glow I change the color to 20, 100, and 100. Hit OK. The opacity again is 100% and size is 15 pixels. Hit OK. So next I want to introduce a little bit of darkening inside the letters because they are much too bright. Oops, I moved them. Okay, move them back. And I do this by using a satin effect. So select satin, and here I use for the angle 19 degrees. Distance is 5 pixels. And the size is 13 pixels. And now I have to change the color to hue 15, saturation 100, and brightness 50. I experimented a little bit for every kind of color I use here, so do it yourself. Hit OK, and the opacity is 50%, like so. Or 75. Yeah, 75 is also good. And the blend mode stays, it's multiply. Hit OK. So now you can see we have a pretty nice neon effect, but we want to have a little bit of ripple here on the outside of the characters. So I convert the layer here to a smart object by right clicking on the layer and select Convert to Smart Object. And now you go up to Filter, Distort, and choose the Ripple command. Okay, select the character R or another character, change the size to large, and the amount is 15%. Hit OK. Now I want to add another ripple, so I press Ctrl F on the keyboard, or you go up to Filter, and here you can see the last command you use, so it's ripple. Select it, ripple again, and change the size to medium, and now I pick an amount of 50%, hit OK, and you can see the type looks like it's glowing, and the hot air of the glowing text is refracting the light. Now I press the double slider icon here on the right of the ripple effect and change the opacity to 50%. So we have a nice mixture of both ripple effects. So next thing is you go up to Filter and choose Sketch and Bas Relief, and here you change the detail to 13 pixels. Smoothness stays with a value of 3, and the light comes from the top. Okay, change it. Now the characters look like they are out of steel, made out of steel. So you click on the double slider icon again, and you use as blend mode overlay and hit OK. So that looks quite nice. Maybe we change the detail to 11. Let's take a look how this looks. Yeah, I like this more, so it stays at 11. So now you press F on your keyboard and F on your keyboard again, and press Ctrl 1 on your keyboard, so you zoom up, and that's the final effect for the hot fiery glow in Photoshop. And I used a combination of some glow effects and filters. So that's the first part of our tutorial. And now we want to set this text on fire. And for this purpose, I took a look at several kind of recipes in the internet, and for sure there are many recipes out there to create fire effects, but at the end I don't find them terribly credible. So in my opinion, there's nothing for emulating fire like real fire. And for the next part of this tutorial, you need this image here of these 20 flames, and you can download these flames, this image at my website by following this link here. And we want to select the brightest details of these flames, and we are doing this by using a luminance mask. So you switch over to the channels panel, and here you can see the red, green and blue channels, and I think the best channel that works best for us is the red channel. So Control click or Command click on the Mac on the red channel, then you select the RGB channel, you switch back to the layers panel and hit Control Alt J or Command Option J on the Mac to jump this selection to a new layer. So this one here. And so that you can see the flames a little bit better, I create another layer. I call it black, and oops, you control click or command click, you control backspace, hit control backspace or command backspace to fill this layer with black. So next you select the layer 1, and you pick your lasso tool here, and now we need to bring each flame over to a new layer. So I select the farthest flame here in the upper left corner, So you can see I've selected this flame, and now the method is, which I repeat 20 times, is you press Control Shift I to invert the selection, and then Control Shift J to jump all remaining flames to a new layer. So if I deselect this layer, you can see here I've only this flame in the upper left corner on the layer 1, and the rest of the flames in the layer 2. So now select layer 2, select this flame here. Okay, press Control Shift I, Control Shift J, or Command Shift I, Command Shift J on the Mac, and you can see I jumped this flame to layer 2, and the remaining flames are on layer 3. So this I repeat several times, and you can just lean back and look how I do it. So this one. So that's it. The layer 20 is empty, so I can delete this layer. Delete it. And now I have to change the blend mode for every layer to screen. Unfortunately, I should have done this before with the first layer. Not linear dodge, screen 14, screen 13. Oops. Screen. Boring work, but it has to be done. Screen for screen again, screen and screen. Next thing is I select all 20 flame layers, hit Control or Command J to create a group. I name it Flames, and then I press V on my keyboard or select here the black arrow tool, and I take the flames and move them to the type on fire image here and release the left mouse button, and you can see here are the flames. Next I press Ctrl T or Command T on the Mac to get the transformation tool. I shift click on the upper left corner to scale the flames down a little bit. So until I think they are small enough. Let's see. Yeah, what about the eye here? Yeah, I think that's okay. Hit OK. Next, the next step is I move the flames group below the type layer, expand the flames, and then you select the first layer with the black arrow tool, and then you move the flames into position, like these flames behind the T, second layer, this flame behind the I, like this, third flame. This looks good for this character here. The G is burning with these flames. Okay, maybe this is okay for E, layer 6. It's good for burning the R. 7 for the F. 8 for the S. 9 should be down below here, behind the H. 10. Let's see, that looks like it's good for burning the I here. 11 for this one. 12. 13. I think I have to duplicate some flames. 14 to this position here. Oh, that looks quite nice. 15. Burn letter A. 16 for the L. 17. Where's 17? There it is. Let's see, S. Yeah, that looks good. 18 here. 19. No, I think like this. I think I duplicate this layer, move it down here. 20. Yeah, like this, and I duplicate this layer again because I think these have very nice flames. Put them here. Press Ctrl or Command T to scale them a little bit, like this. Okay, press Enter. And I think that looks quite nice. We add a layer mask to the flames, hit Add Layer Mask, and we select the brush. And for the brush I have 85 pixels, hardness 0, and a black color. So select the background foreground color, select the mask here, and then you mask the flames here down below away. Okay, so mask them away like this. Yeah. Mask away. little bit like this here. This one. Okay, here. Yeah, I think that looks quite nice. So then I expand the layer, the flames group, and I press Ctrl-Shift-N or Command-Shift-N to create a new layer, and I name this Smoke and Glow. And I switch to the brush tool and I dial in the following values, 15, 95 and 40 to get this brown. And I paint in some areas between the characters, so like this here, just a little bit, here, here, maybe here a little bit, here in the S region, there, here, a little bit here, okay, down below here. So just to give us the feeling that the characters are not burning that hot or not really burning at the bottom of the characters. And then I change the blend mode to multiply, and then you get this kind of effect here. The next thing is we create a layer mask to the type layer, because the backs of the letters are on fire and that looks totally wrong. So select the type layer and add a layer mask, and then we mask away a little bit of the characters here where the flames are quite nice, like here. Okay, up here, here a little bit. Yeah, so okay, so here, here a little bit, there, A, I, the R, O, the T, T here, here, and there. So if I don't like it, I go up to mask and play around a little bit with the density of the mask. Yeah, 75 pixels are okay. So next I pick the flames group here, press on the right side of the layer mask and select duplicate groups, duplicate, and I name it front flames, and I bring it here on top of the type, and I change the blend mode to hard light, and next I duplicate the type layer, select duplicate layer, and this I name type 2, move it on top of the layer, and the blend mode I change to soft light. So that's our final effect. And that's it for this tutorial. Don't forget to like this clip and subscribe to our channel for new tutorials every week. If you want to, visit our Facebook site and our website on tigerfishtutorials.com. My name is called Elsner, and thank you for watching, and hope to see you soon. Bye bye.